Welcome to part 59. Woe to America. Woe to the nations and woe to Babylon. This is August 23rd, 2024 by man's calendar. And I want to get back into this. And I want to point out some more stuff. Like I said, this particular video is from 13 days ago, and now we're going to talk about some more stuff to do with the Olympics. The opening ceremony. But let me remind you that it was not just that picture. The Lord doesn't care about the picture of the Last Supper. This is what y'all need to understand. Yes, they might have mocked that, but you need to understand the truth of it. That painting offends God in itself. The actual painting of the Last Supper, not just their depiction. The painting itself offends God. Because he taught us not to have these images, graven images, or any likeness of anything upon the earth or in heaven or in the water beneath. So, and plus you need to look at the rest of the opening ceremony. It wasn't just that particular thing. They were showing you the Antichrist is getting ready to rise. They were making an announcement that they're coming. I'm making an announcement that Jesus is coming.
Religious harlot, which will arise in these last days. God's command in regard to this apostasy has come out of her, my people, lest you share in her sins, and lest you receive of her plagues.
Well, in a classic case of better late than never, the Vatican has broken its silence over a Paris Olympics drag performance that mocked the Last Supper. While Christians around the world were outraged by the opening ceremony that turned the Lord's table into a drag routine, the Pope had been strangely silent. Had he not seen it? Did he not care? Was he too busy meeting with members of the World Economic Forum to defend the faith? Is the Pope Catholic? Christians in South Sudan are dying for their faith. The Pope, well, he can barely muster the strength to say that sex is binary. I get that he's trying to be inclusive and stuff, but seriously, he leads a religion that teaches people will be sent to either heaven or to hell, and that Jesus will classify folk as sheep or as goats, as wheat or as chaff. If you don't want to be divisive, do something other than lead the church. A pensive Vatican put out a press release last weekend saying the Holy See was saddened by certain scenes at the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympic Games. Saddened. Maybe the Pope's emotions would have been more stirred had the opening ceremony featured a skit mocking, the climate crisis. And what were the certain scenes that saddened him so? Could he mean the lesbian replacing Christ? Or the men caricaturing highly sexualized women standing in for the apostles, perhaps? The Pope added that he, and I quote, cannot but join the voices raised in recent days to deplore the offence done to many Christians and believers of other religions. Again, what certain scenes were offensive? And why is the Pope speaking on behalf of believers of other religions? The statement continued.
There's a question. Why is the Pope speaking on behalf of other religions? He's the Mother Harlot Church. That's the Mother Harlot Church. That's the Great Apostasy. And all her spin-off churches are her baby harlots. These are not the true church. But they have worked hard over the years to convince you that Peter was a Roman Catholic when he was not. He was an apostle. But they try to convince you he was Catholic so that you'll be Catholic. No, Peter wasn't Catholic. Paul rebuked him for doing what they did in Rome. He was not Catholic. He was an apostle. And, but when he was in Rome, he was doing as they did. And Paul got word of it, and Paul rebuked him for it. And he quit. He didn't do it anymore. So, but what did take the Pope so long to respond to this? Because he's one of them. He's part of the Masonic order who's bringing in the New World government, a New World religion. It's time for you all to open your eyes and see the truth. It's time for you all to see the truth.
At a prestigious event where the whole world comes together to share common values, there should be no illusions ridiculing the religious convictions of many people. What convictions and which people? Does this faith have a name? The statement was not only a little late, but a little lackluster, if I may say so. Anyway, as it turns out, it only took the Pope 10 days to decry blasphemy. Maybe the Pope just hates having to scold his socialist buddies. Someone needs to remind the pontiff that Karl Marx was an atheist who considered religion a danger to socialism. The organisers said there was, quote, never an intention to show disrespect to any religious group, but rather to celebrate community tolerance, which of course translated means we thought we had the numbers to mock Christians, but it seems the death of Christianity has been exaggerated. Oops, our bad. We'll try again later. Well, it would be encouraging for Christians if next time the Pope wasn't so late.
The Roman Catholic Church sees Peter as the first pope in Matthew 16:18, upon whom God...
It doesn't matter what the Roman Catholic Church sees Peter as. That's not what Peter was. Peter was a Jew, not a Roman Catholic. Y'all need to come out of these lies that Rome has been teaching for far too long. What happened to Peter? They killed him. Just like they did Jesus and the other apostles. That's right. These Pharisees killed him. They've only been teaching this lie about Peter being one of them because they were trying to sway the church to their way. Why? Because they're trying to steal from Israel. They're trying to steal, S-T-E-A-L, steal the wealth of Israel. And I'm not talking about that little nation over there. I'm talking about God's people, Jacob's seed, that is scattered abroad. Let me remind you that the Lord, how do I want to put this, Jesus? The Lord is coming very soon for a church that has made herself ready for Him. Peter was Jewish. These people were trying to steal his glory. That's why they killed Jesus to start with. They didn't want him to be king because they knew he would change everything that they had sought to build and put it the right way. They were trying to steal the kingdom from him then, and they're still, S-T-I-L-L, trying to S-T-E-A-L, steal the kingdom from him today by trying to take it from his heirs, the rightful heirs. And how? By trying to convince you that is scattered abroad, Israel that is scattered abroad, that Peter himself was Catholic. No, he wasn't. They want you to believe that their church is the one that Jesus was talking about when he said to Peter, upon this rock I will build my church. No, that is not the church. The apostles' doctrine is the church. These others are the apostasy, and they have fallen away from the true faith. These people don't even believe in the Holy Ghost. But you think that they are the go-to. They're Pharisees. And yet you think they're the go-to people to go to find out anything religious. You think they're the lead dog. I don't think so. They're wolves in sheep clothing. That's what they are. I'm not afraid to call it like it is. Y'all may be, but I'm not. What are they going to do? Kill me? Only if Jesus allows. And then they're going to have to deal with him for it if they do. I'm not going to bow my knees to these men. Ever. You can predict that. I will not bow to their gods. I will not serve Brahma. I will not serve Buddha. I will not serve Baal. I will not serve Baal. I will not serve Muhammad. I will not serve Gandhi. I will not serve any of these people. Jesus is the one true God and King. And he is the only one to whom I will pay homage. He is the only one to whom I will bow. My heart is smitten, and it belongs to one true King. I will not believe in a man above my God. Your problem is you still are not able to comprehend that Israel is scattered abroad. And you want to talk about that God is going to punish Israel. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But Israel is scattered abroad. And he's starting to bring them back to their own country. That's what they want you to see, right? That way that when you see the Antichrist stand in this holy place, you'll think he's the Christ. And you'll worship him. I'll see you in the next part.